Hey guys, a lot of you right now are getting into sales and you have this opportunity in front of you, whether it's your own company or you're working with another company, and you're really trying to make sure that you're effective in sales. Because if you can get customers for a certain company that you're working with, you can do it again for another one and again. And eventually, when you start your own business, being able to train up a sales team and help them to succeed will bring you the success that you've been able to bring other companies. It forms one of the most foundational skills when it comes to entrepreneurship and business development. So, today I wanted to talk to you about how you can get into sales. And I don't mean how you can find the opportunity. I mean, how can you learn it and become effective and be the best salesperson that you can possibly be? Now, you have this opportunity, and I'm going to explain two ways in which you can become an expert. The first one is learn, the second one is practice. Now, let's break it down very quickly. So, learning can be done in three ways: looking, listening, and watching. So when we're looking, we're searching for resources, we're doing research. So we're signing up to email lists that provide sales tips. One that I recommend is Sales Daily. It gives a daily email with resources and interesting points that can make you more effective in sales. And this involves reading different books and finding any book that can possibly help you in the world of sales. And there are so many different options out there. Just look for the most popular ones. Read through the first section very briefly. Normally there's a preview text that you're able to access, and this should give you a good idea whether it fits what you're looking for or not. The second point is listening. Audiobooks, for example, or podcasts. There are so many out there. You have access to anything on the internet pretty much, and most of it's free. You just need to be able to look. And if you look and you listen, you'll be able to gather immense value and so much information that you can use when you start performing outreach. Now, we'll get into practice and how you can do that later. But the third way to learn is by watching. Watch how you interacted with your last sales meeting. Watch how your colleagues are interacting with their sales outreach. And if you're not able to do this, if you're working independently, find other people, join courses and communities that provide this kind of training and this education and a network where you can learn from each other. Let's go into practice. How can you practice sales? Because it's one thing to learn and listen and look for information and to really bring it down to your mind, because it's one thing to learn and to listen, but it's another to apply the information that you just gathered. So when you practice, how do you go about practicing? Now, the number one way that I recommend is by doing large numbers of volume. I've said it in previous videos and I'll say it again. The more outreach you do, so let's say we start up here. We're performing outreach and we do a ton of outreach. And when we hit this point, wherever that may be, after however many messages or calls it takes, we know a little bit more. So now we do more. And now we learn a little bit more. And as we learn more and as we send more, we're able to book more meetings and get more results. And it's a continual circle. It's a positive feedback loop. So this is why I recommend volume. The saying goes that volume negates luck. If you can send enough messages, make enough phone calls, do enough outreach, luck doesn't matter. You'll eventually know enough where you can book meetings based on a certain number of messages. And this is how you can do a proper sales forecast. If you're able to send 100 messages, book 50 meetings, you're able to see how many messages it would take in a year to get 50 clients. The second way to practice is through role play. You're going to have to talk with people. You're going to have to hop onto meetings. You need to know how to speak, how to carry yourself in a call, how to be empathetic and logical, and apply to people's emotions at the same time. The best way to learn this skill and to actually apply what you learned through roleplay is to find somebody who's trying to achieve the same goals. Do it for them. Do it with them. Make your pitch in front of those people. Have them adjust little details and take it to heart. A lot of people say that, oh, it's just a recommendation. If you change this little piece, I think you'd do better. But no, test it. If somebody says change your subject line, or if they say you need to look at me more when you speak, then try it and see what the results are. Track everything that you try implementing. Now, this video is short, but that's because it's really important to start quickly. A lot of people think about what they should do next, and it's really simple. While you're practicing and sending your first messages, you need to be learning. And those ways to learn are by looking for information, listening to information, and watching videos. Join communities and go through your pitch with them. Hop on meetings with them. Send them messages. Ask for their feedback to scripts. Share a document where everyone works on a script. And aim to send more and more messages each day. Sales is not just a game you play for one day or 1 week. It's a numbers game, and it's a long-term game. The longer you spend practicing, the more of an expert you become, and the more results you'll get for your company or the company that you're working with. If you like this kind of advice and you're looking to become an expert in sales, I'm tracking my entire journey and providing all the information that I learn as I go through my sales experience, as I go through my sales journey. And I hope this helps you. So subscribe and like if this is worth your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.